First offering on its way. Hit hard down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. So striding forward now, Babe Ruth. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Babe Ruth.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a miss as they start him out on a pitch well inside for strike one.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out. Now at the plate, Ralph Kiner. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Back in standing. First delivery to him on the way. Pitch outside. The throw. Now the 1-0. Grounded to short. To his right, Correa. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Coming to the plate now, Gary Carter, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. The relay, and he is in there. Now at the plate, Adrian Gonzalez.
First baseman number 20. Adrian Gonzalez.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. And that's through into center field. Base hit. One run scores. And he will beat the throw to McCann. Safe at home plate. Digging in, Xander Bogaerts. And their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And now the runner will score from third on the errant throw. So two men are on with one man out. And digging in the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be two. Altuve for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Alex Bregman.
And that's in there for strike one. The bouncer to the left side. Bogaerts on the slide. Touché, sir. Next up for the Stros, George Springer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Behind 0-2 now.
I think he was sitting on that pitch right there. He absolutely smoked that ball. You could tell the grimace on his face that he wanted to keep that one fair.
Again, he sends it out of play.
When you have two strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
The next 0-2. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul, so a good job to fight it off and stay alive. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Batting third.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he pops it up. In there, a base hit. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. So here's the cleanup hitter, Carlos Correa. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. No balls and a strike to count. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Froze him for strike 3. Standing in, Chase Utley.
Leading off for the Thunder, second baseman.
First pitch on its way. On the ground to the right side. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 49, Ron Guidry.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Ron Guidry. Textbook sack bunt situation here. John. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Line toward the gap in left center. Springer patrolling center makes the play. 1 out. Striding in once again, Matt Kemp. A base hit in his first trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Very weakly on the ground. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider.
Now Kemp swings and sends a high fly ball with good carry out to deep left field. And foul, though it had the home run distance. The 1-2 fouled off. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul.
He's just having a hard time putting this guy away. 4 foul balls in this AB. I don't think this pitcher has got something that he can get a swing and a miss on.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch for the 2nd out. So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And here comes the fade. Here comes the first pitch. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip it onto first, and with it, that in.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Nolan Ryan.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the 2nd. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first, 1 away. Now batting, Yuli Gurriel.
First baseman, Julius P. Gurriel.
And he gets ahead 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. 1-1. There's a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Striding in for Houston, Marwin Gonzalez. Hit down the line at first. Gonzalez has got it, and he'll step on first himself for the out. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half, 0-2 now.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
A shot down the first baseline. just hung in there on that one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Gary Carter. First offering on its way. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. So two gone in the inning now for Adrian Gonzalez. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Evan Gattis will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 11, Evan Gattis.
Swung on and missed for the first strike. Skied into very shallow right. Ruth has a play. He's got it one away. Digging in for his second at bat, Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0. And that one got a piece of him. Here's George Springer looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. Takes this the other way to right. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Bregman rounds the corner and is headed home. Is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Change up that catches the corner for strike 1. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Last strike now for Houston. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, I thought he did a real nice job on the mound, guys. He threw strikes and mixed his pitches really well, and in the end, his performance helped propel them to another victory.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 3 runs. 6 hits, no errors. He left 3 men.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. We expect a good battle out of this conquest matchup between the Thunder. So here's Matt Kemp now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off for the Thunder, center fielder, Matt Kemp.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Line drive to center field. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out. Now in the box, Babe Ruth. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First pitch on its way. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. It's hot, but not too hot this afternoon, and even 90 degrees here at first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are two away. So digging in now, Ralph Kiner. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0. It's laid off, but in there for strike one.
Hey, he's not going to get away with that all day. He's got to find a way to get on top of that ball and bury it.
Popped up. Morton over to his left. And into the box now, Alex Bregman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he misses inside with that one. Ball one. Takes this the other way to right. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Striding in, George Springer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Springer is simply an all-around great defensive outfielder. Not only does he have great range and great hands, he's also got a plus arm, one that base runners and base coaches certainly have to be mindful of.
Absolutely. When you are in the meeting room preparing for this guy, it is the first thing that jumps off the page. Do not take the extra base. Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
Batting third, second baseman.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
This is what makes him so dangerous as a pitcher. 5 weapons that he can go to, and he's working ahead in the count. This is a tough matchup.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Kemp has a read on it, and that's the third out. And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. He'll get us started in the top of the second. On the ground to third. Bregman fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. Digging in, Adrian Gonzalez.
Adrian Gonzalez.
First pitch on its way. This is pulled into right. And Gonzalez is going to have himself a base hit. Standing in, Xander Bogaerts.
Shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's the first pitch to him. Soft liner towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. The throw to third. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away. 2 on here with 1 man out. And set to stand in, a guy who seems to get better with age, the dangerous Adrian Beltre. He's set, and the pitch. Up around the face. A 1-0 delivery. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position. Two-0 count, the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Springer on the run. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. The run is in to score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Batting 8, second baseman, Chase Utley.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. There's a strike.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. One run is not going to kill you.
Ready with the 0-2. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, Carlos Correa.
Leading out for the Astros, the shortstop, Carlos.
Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose.
Your attention, please. Now
So a call to the bullpen now as right-hander Chad Qualls is set to take over on the mound. Way behind that pitch, it's 0-1. This is flared out towards second, but Utley is in the right place at the right time. There's one gone.
Right fielder.
Stepping in, Josh Reddick. First delivery to him on the way. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. And that one stayed too low apparently. Outside, 3-0 now. There's ball 4. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. There's a strike. Here comes the 0-1. Right side. Utley, great stop. He goes to first. How about that? So striding in, Marwin Gonzalez, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. The 0-2 once more. He swung on and missed. So here now is the pitcher, Chad Qualls.
Out pitch hitting, Eddie Murray.
Pitch is away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the powerful center fielder, Matt Kemp. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Started that swing a bit too early. Lined hard to center field. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So a runner at first with one man gone. And here comes the babe. Now a throw over to first. And he'll dive back in. And again a throw. And the runner back. First pitch on its way. Strike taken. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Yanked hard but foul to the right. Kemp leads off second with one gone in the inning. Lined hard toward right center. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. Throw won't get him. So coming to the plate, Ralph Kiner, although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Altuve fields it cleanly. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Leading off the inning, Brian McCann, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. The 0-1 delivery. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. One away. Evan Gattis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. And here's a fastball called for strike one. This one's down to third. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2. Striding in once again, Alex Bregman. And he takes ball one. The 1-0 home. Fouled away. Astros still have yet to tally their first hit in this one. And that one just missed outside. To 2-2 now. Last strike now for Houston. Popped him up. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. 2-2 pitch just missed. And he'll take strike 3 called. And that's going to end it, as this will go into the books as a combined no-hitter. And guys, a very important outing turned in on the mound for the man.
you